DICON's end of the year celebration and Director General's Productivity Award ceremony in Kaduna State. He emphasized that the recent ascent of the DICON at 2023 by President Bola Tinubu paved way for the corporation to strengthen Nigeria's defense capabilities, adding that the Defense Ministry has given a lot of tasks to the DICON's Director General. Matawali also said that the Defense Ministry believed the DICON boss was equal to the task, as he promised that within a limited time they would come to celebrate the full production of arms within the country to limit procurement outside the country. The minister said any requirement of the military or other security agencies have to come to DICON for supply, saying that DICON is expected to reach its peak in military and paramilitary requirements, particularly in the production of arms and ammunition. Meanwhile, the Police Service Commission has directed the immediate retirement of all senior police officers who have either exceeded 35 years in service or are above 60 years. The directive follows controversy on the 10-year extension of the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, after he clocked 60 years. A statement by the PSC's head of press and public relations, Ikechukwu Ane, noted that the commission reviewed its earlier stance from the 24th plenary meeting, which allowed force entrants to use their date of enlistment instead of their initial appointment date. However, Ane said that the PSC had reversed its decision, citing its inconsistency with public service rule, which mandates retirement upon reaching 35 years in service or at the age of 60. Ane said the Police Service Commission rose from its first extraordinary meeting with the approval for the immediate retirement of senior police officers who have spent more than 35 years in service and those above 60 years of age. The commission also approved that the force entrants should have their dates of appointments in the force against the date of their enlistments. In the meantime, the Minister of Women Affairs, Iman Sulaiman Ibrahim, has reaffirmed the ministry's commitments to rehabilitation and empowerment of the Chibok girls. Sulaiman Ibrahim stated this during a visit to the American University of Nigeria, Yola, Adamawa State, where 68 survivors are undergoing rehabilitation. She praised the girls' strength and resilience in overcoming unimaginable challenges. Sulaiman Ibrahim highlighted the administration's unwavering dedication to the welfare of all citizens, especially women, children, and vulnerable groups. The minister noted a significant increase in the ministry's budget by nearly 1,000%, enabling expanded support initiatives. Sulaiman Ibrahim emphasized that the government will continue to prioritize the welfare and development of vulnerable groups as part of its broader mission to promote inclusive growth and social justice. The ministry presented materials and cash gifts to the girls, further reaffirming its commitments to their rehabilitation and empowerment. Osun State government has implored the residents and citizens of the state to support and cooperate with the government through prompt payment of taxes and other levies needed to sustain the ongoing developmental projects in the state. The Commissioner for Transportation, Honorable Sheson Oyedele, stated this at the launching of government revenue permits for public transportation for the year 2025. Oluchi Amoda reports.
In a bid to maintain financial stability and have a consistent stream of internally generated revenue to implement policies and initiatives without being overly reliant on external funding sources, the Osun State government, through the Ministry of Transportation, has launched the 2025 Vehicle Document for Public Transportation. In his keynote address, the Commissioner for Transportation, Honorable Sheson Oyedele, stated that the internally generated revenue IGR is necessary for the state because it provides a reliable reliable and independent source of funding for essential public services like infrastructure development, healthcare delivery, education, and other needs of the people. The Commissioner appealed to the people to support and cooperate with the Adeleke's administration by paying their taxes and other levies promptly to ensure the sustainability of the good governance being experienced in the state.
If you are using any vehicle that is pertaining to this, okay, you can't bypass it. If you don't obtain it in Osun, if you go to Osun, you are going to obtain it. If you go to Nasarawa, you are going to obtain it. So it's better you obtain it in Osun here. Because if you go to either Oyo or Ogun or Lagos, the price will be higher.
In their separate remarks, the Special Advisor to the Governor on Transportation, Honorable Yakub Adejari, the Senior Special Assistant on Transportation, Mr. Hamid Abdusalam, and the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Transportation, Mr. Isiaq Yahaya, admonished the enforcement officers to be civil and humane in their approach to the motoring public. They noted that taxation remains one of the legal ways of revenue generation, and the improvement in the state IGR would translate to improvement in the provisions of basic amenities that would continue to add value to the lives of the people.
We want our IGR to really improve this year, and at the same time, we want you to be very civil in dealing with people.
We're friendly pẹ̀lú àwọn tí ẹ fẹ́ fi ṣiṣẹ́. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí personal aggression yín kí ó wá overweigh iṣẹ́ tí ìjọba rán yín.
We are informing our motorist public in the state that these documents are genuine. These documents are fully authorized by the ministry and the state. So we don't want anybody to have any problem with our people that will be selling these documents on the roads.
The Director of Vehicle Inspection Services, Engineer Wahid Isa, explained that the vehicle licenses are not restricted to Osun State alone, but can be used in all the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. He encouraged the drivers of vehicles used for the transportation of goods, such as lorries, tippers, trailers, buses, minibuses, tankers, tricycles, and motorcycles to obtain a license permit in Osun State at a cheaper rate when compared with other states in the Southwest region and the country as a whole.
If you see any of our vehicles on the road, any motorist can contact any of them and purchase the document from them. The other source is the concessionaire, the task force that giving this job to from the Ministry of Transportation. Mr. Issa explained that the documents include TTP Heavy Duty Operational Permit, Light Duty TPP Permit, Roof Rack Vehicles Permit, Color Exceptional Permit, and Radio and TV Annual Permit, among others. Oluchi Amuda, OSBC News.
And moving on to sports, the draw for this season UEFA Champions League knockout phase playoffs has been conducted in setting the stage for high-stakes clashes this month. 8 teams have already secured direct qualification to the round of 16 following the conclusion of the league phase. According to reports, the teams include Liverpool, Barcelona, Arsenal, Inter Milan, Atletico Madrid, Bayern Leverkusen, Lille, and Aston Villa. The teams will resume their campaign in March, while teams that finished between 9th and 24th in the league standings will compete in a 2-legged playoff next month to fight for a place in the next round. Meanwhile, full knockout playoffs draw are Brest versus Paris Saint-Germain, Feyenoord versus AC Milan, Juventus versus PSV, Monaco versus Benfica, Manchester City versus Real Madrid, Celtic versus Bayern Munich, Sporting CP versus Borussia Dortmund, Club Brugge versus Atalanta. While on the foreign scene, United Nations agencies has called for an end to the violence in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo as fighting between government forces and the Rwanda-backed M23 armed group expands. The rebels have already seized the provincial capital Goma, and reports indicate that they are closing in on the key city of Bukavu and the capital of South Kivu province. The hostilities are occurring in a mineral-rich region that has been volatile for decades amid the proliferation of armed groups, which has forced hundreds of thousands to flee their homes over the years and seek safety in displacement camps. And that ends the media news on OSBC TV. Do join us at 5 For the evening news, good afternoon.